Hello, I'm Philip Sneller. Welcome to Window on the Word. Let's listen together to Matthew chapter 13. On that day, when Jesus went out of the house, he sat by the sea, and large crowds were gathered to him, so that he got into a boat to sit down, and the whole crowd stood on the shore. And he spoke many things to them in parables, saying, Behold, the sower went out to sow, and while he sowed, some fell beside the path, and when the birds came, they ate them. And others fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil, and immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of soil. But when the sun had risen, it was burned up, and because it had no root, it was withered. And others fell on the thorns, and the thorns came up and choked them. And others fell on the good soil and produced a crop, some 100-fold, and some 60, and some 30. Let the one who has ears hear. And when the disciples came to him, they said to him, Why do you speak to them in parables? And he answered them, To you it has been given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but it has not been given to them. For whoever has, it will be given to him, and he will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. This is why I speak to them in parables, because seeing they do not see, and hearing they neither hear nor understand. And in them the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled, saying, By hearing you will hear, but never understand, and seeing you will see, but never perceive. For the heart of this people has become dull, and with difficulty their ears hear, and they have closed their eyes, lest they might perceive with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and turn, and I would heal them. But blessed are your eyes, because they see, and your ears, because they hear. For truly I say to you that many prophets and righteous people longed to see what you see, and they did not see, and to hear what you hear, and did not hear. You therefore listen to the parable of the sower. Everyone who hears the word of the kingdom and does not understand it, the evil one comes and takes away what was sown in his heart. This one is the seed that fell beside the path. And the seed on the rocky places, this is the one who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy, but he has no root in himself, but is temporary. And when affliction or persecution comes because of the word, he immediately falls away. And that which was sown among the thorns, this one hears the word, but the anxiety of life and the seduction of wealth choke the word, and it becomes unfruitful. And that which was sown on the good soil, this is the one who hears the word and understands it. Indeed, one bears fruit and produces 100-fold, and one 60, and one 30. He put another parable before them, saying, The kingdom of heaven may be compared to a man who sowed good seed in his field. And while his people were sleeping, his enemy came and sowed in addition darnel, a weed that resembles wheat, in the midst of the wheat, and went away. And when the stalks of grain sprouted and produced a crop, then the darnel also appeared. And when the servants of the master of the house came, they said to him, Master, did you not sow good seed in the field? How then does it have darnel? And he said to them, A hostile person did this. And the servants said to him, So do you want us to go and gather them? And he said to them, No, lest while gathering the darnel you might uproot the wheat along with them. Let them both grow together until the harvest. And at the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, First gather the darnel and bind them in bundles to burn them up, but gather the wheat into my barn. He put another parable before them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed that a person took and sowed in his field. On the one hand, it is the smallest of all your seeds, but when it has grown, it is larger than the garden herbs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the heavens come to rest in its branches. He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and hid in 3 measures of flour until it was all leavened. Jesus said all these things in parables to the crowds, and without a parable he said nothing to them, so that what was spoken through the prophet might be fulfilled, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, I will utter what has been hidden from the foundation of the world. Then, having left the crowds, he went into the house. And his disciples came to him, saying, Explain to us the parable of the darnel in the field. He answered and said, The one who sows the good seed is the Son of Man, and the field is the world, and the good seeds are the children of the kingdom, and the darnel are the children of the evil one. And the enemy who sows them is the devil. And the harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are angels. Therefore, just as the darnel is gathered and burned with fire, so it will be at the end of the age. The Son of Man will send his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom every cause for stumbling and those who do lawless deeds, and they will throw them into the furnace of fire. In that place there will be weeping and grinding of teeth. Then the righteous will shine as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Let the one who has ears hear. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure that has been hidden in the field. And when a person finds it, he hides it, and for joy he goes and sells everything he has and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking fine pearls. And when he found one pearl of great value, he went and sold everything he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a dragnet that is thrown into the sea and gathered some of every kind. That when it was full, it was pulled up on the shore, and when they sat down, they gathered the good ones into baskets, but they threw the worthless ones away. So it will be at the end of the age. The angels will go out and separate the evil ones from the righteous, and they will throw them into the furnace of fire. In that place there will be weeping and grinding of teeth. Have you understood all these things? They said to him, Yes. And he said to them, Therefore every scribe who has been a disciple of the kingdom of heaven is like a master of a house who brings out of his treasury things new and old. And it came about when Jesus finished these parables, he went away from there, and when he came to his hometown, he taught them in their synagogue, so that they were amazed and said, From where did this man get this wisdom and these miraculous powers? Is this not the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brothers James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? And are not all his sisters with us? Therefore, from where did this man get all these things? And they were taking offense at him. But Jesus said to them, A prophet is not without honor except in his hometown and in his own house. And he did not do many miraculous deeds there because of their unbelief. Thank you for listening. To God be the glory.